Hello again, Claudia. Now I have looked a little bit more into it and I have refreshed my mind about how this works again. So now I will make you a follow-up video explaining exactly what you can do. In the previous video I told you that you cannot put it in the same line, and that is actually true if we want to import all of the file in once. But I have actually had some success with importing a file like this, and then I just say, well, from this one you only take the campaign info and the ad info, and then we get the campaign created and then the ad group created. Then I import the file, the same file again, but this time I only say, well, I only want you to take the campaign info and the keyword. So now it knows that the campaign with this name that it has already created, it should put these keyword into it, but it doesn't get confused by the ad group. So forget what I said in the first video about not putting everything into the same line. And also when you see the example that you can find from AdWords itself, you can see that they don't put it in the same line. They take campaign daily in one line, then they take the location here in a second line, then they take ad group in new lines, and so on and so on. The reason I do this is because the system that imports it gets confused if it's in one line. It needs one line to create it, and then when it's created, then it knows that now I create the ad groups, now I create the keywords, and so on. So of course you can do this structure, but I believe that this structure might be a little bit more easier to overview and easier to work with. Let me explain exactly how this works. I want you in the top to write campaign, and then you write one top 10 category in all of them. Then you make one called keyword. You write that keyword, the long tail keyword we are going after, combined with the Bundesland. Then we make an ad group that has that particular Bundesland, and this is actually very simple. I just want to make sure that you're not using too much work on time on setting these up and writing them in. Once you have used the keyword combiner, you simply take and copy this, put it in the Excel, and then you take and you copy this and you put it, you copy it in here, so that you don't have to put anything in or write anything. That takes way too long time. So now we have a line with a campaign that is Tango Band. We have keyword here. We had the ad group, which that's the Bundesland. And now we go here. This one is not description line, but further out here we have the description line. This we will make like this. Depending on which country your Excel, which language it's using, but in English it's called concatenate. Concatenate, difficult word. And what this word does, if you have a German, you have to find out what the same one does. But you can search for that on Google. Just search for combining text in Excel. Then if you search for that in German, you will definitely find what word should you use here. So what I do, I press on the one I want first, then I press comma. No, I press semicolon. I always get confused depending on which language I'm using here. Then I press top 10, and now we need the first one. We need this one, and then semicolon, and now I need this one, semicolon. Top 10 Tango Bands aus Baden-Württemberg für Ihr Event. Okay, and now I end it and I press enter. So now we have an ad, and of course here I forgot to put all my spaces, so we will just do that. How do I do that? Can I remember it? Is it just putting in a space? No, I don't think so. We have a better way of doing this, of course, because we will go into this and we will make a space. So here I need it in front of aus and after aus. Enter. Yes, so now you can see that my line gets better. Here we put it before für, a space, enter. Now it gets better and better. So imagine, we now have a description line that says Top 10 Tankoband aus Baden-Württemberg für Ihr Event. And when I copy this code down here, I will have that for everyone. And something happened. Yeah, that's because I'm missing all this, of course. This we need to put down here also. Boom. Wow. And imagine when you then go down here and then you have your Hochzeitsband, and further down you have your blah blah blah, you have your blah blah blah, so on. We will make a file, one long file, and that's why you just wrote that you wanted me to check something where you created it manually. We could create it manually just to see how will it work, how will we get, what kind of numbers will we get on this. But then we shouldn't start with Tankoband as that is such a small niche, so that will be difficult. I suggest that you make this file and send it to me. Make this file and the whole file with all our top 10 cities, all our keywords, and send it to me. And then I will give you some feedback on it to make it perfect. And when we have it ready, we will import it. And maybe I will import it from here. Maybe we will have a meeting where I show you how to import it, so you know how this works. But this is a great tool. And I actually haven't finished here yet. You need to, of course, make the description line. That is also important. One other thing that is important is let me see here. Of course, every ad needs a display URL. Every ad needs a display URL, and it needs a destination URL. But don't think about all the other things you will see here, like platform targeting, device you don't even have to put it in. We don't need that. We don't need that. We just need the main things. Of course, we need the headline also. Headline is important. Yes. Blah, 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 blah. Here we can explain if it has to be phrase, broad or exact, so you can play them with that if you think it's interesting, but you don't need to do it right now. Maybe we'll just put all of them as a phrase. I don't know. Let's see. About the max CPC, you can put that in on the keywords, but don't do anything with this one, network you don't have to, location I don't think you have to. You could put in Germany, just make one what's it called, row or column with location, and then we just put Germany in all of them, but that could also be done manually, and maybe that's easier. And actually here we can see that Germany is location ID 2276, so that might be even better than that we just use that ID for Germany, so it knows that that is Germany. Okay, I hope you get my point. Try and do it. If you have questions, then just send those questions to me on Skype, or try and make the first version of this file and send it to me. I will give you some feedback, and then you can continue from there. This is a great exercise, a great tool to know and be able to do. And let's see if we can create some success with this approach.